telling me that vulnerability was weakness and that dominance was strength. I made decisions that hurt my wife emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I failed to lead with love, and I failed to lead with humility. And eventually, she had to step away because I wasn't safe emotionally. I wasn't stable. I wasn't present. But separation wasn't the end. It was the wilderness that forced me to stop running from myself. In the quiet of that season, I had no one else to blame. The silence became a mirror, and what I saw was hard to accept. I began to reflect and seek help. I started prioritizing my mental health, sitting with the pain that I used to numb. I stopped asking, why did this happen to me? And started asking, what needs to change in me? I realized that marriage isn't a contract, it's a covenant. A daily decision to put your spouse above yourself, not out of obligation, but out of love. And I saw clearly, a real man doesn't just protect physically, he protects emotionally, spiritually, mentally. And I hadn't been doing that. But my full turning point came from something deeper, something spiritual. I thought back to the Garden of Eden after Adam and Eve disobeyed. God didn't call out Eve, he called out Adam. And that moment hit me differently because even though Eve had eaten the fruit, God held Adam accountable. Why? Because Adam was given the charge to cover his wife. That's when I realized when things fall apart in my home, I can't just point fingers. I have to look in the mirror. As a husband, my first job is to be on my post, to lead in love, to serve first, to be emotionally available, to listen, to grow, to evolve. My wife and I are now rebuilding with a commitment to outserve one another, not compete, not compare. We both want to win, and that means collaborating, not compromising. Hearing one another, valuing one another, covering one another. So, the most influential experience in my life wasn't the separation. It was the man I had to become to repair what I broke. And if you're a man listening today, whether you're a husband, father, or just someone in a leadership role, let me ask you this. If God showed up in your garden today and asked, where are you? Would you have an answer? Because the moment I started answering that question honestly was the moment I started becoming the man I was always meant to be.